Every year, wine lovers, collectors, and restaurateurs in Washington State ditch their home cellars, wine bars, and beloved tasting rooms to gather for a charity series like no other, the Auction of Washington Wines.
For the past 35 years, the auction has supported the growth and awareness of the Washington State wine industry by hosting celebrated events that benefit local charities.
Recipients include Seattle Children's Hospital and the WSU Viticulture Enology Program, plus a generous industry grant to communities that support the growth of the Washington wine industry.
We featured winemakers and honorees of the Auction of Washington Wines on Decanted Podcast episodes 15, 28, and 39. This year, we were invited to cover two events, the Toast Awards ceremony and the Winemaker Picnic and Barrel Auction. But before we get into the highlights, let's look at the host site, Chateau Ste. Michelle.
When you walk onto the grounds of Ste. Michelle, you may get a sense of their storied origins, dating back to the repeal of Prohibition, with the first vintages appearing in 1967. Ste. Michelle is known for their wines and for the famous French-style winery Chateau in Woodinville, Washington, where beauty abounds inside and outside its walls, including its tasting room and expansive wine and gift shop.
When not hosting waves of wine country tourists, Ste. Michelle has outdoor concerts and events on the vast lawn behind their facilities, including the 2022 Winemaker Picnic and Barrel Auction, but more on that legendary bacchanal event a bit later.
Toast is an event that honors those in the Washington wine industry who have made significant contributions to the growth and reputation of Washington wines. It's a semi-formal affair where the business casually dressed Washington wine intelligentsia enjoy an initial pour of Ste. Michelle's sparkling wine as they mingle at the winery's outdoor tents before being seated for the ceremony dinner.
Honorees included a who's who of the Washington State wine industry, including several of our favorite Decanted Podcast guests, and a few we only know through their legend and stellar reputation.
The ceremony tent houses tables decorated with floral arrangements where guests enjoy a lavish four-course meal paired with an incredible array of celebrated Washington wines, adding to the atmosphere as the awards portion of the evening commences. This year, honorees included Washington winemaking legend Bob Betts, recipient of the well-deserved Lifetime Achievement Award for his 25-plus years in the industry.
John Bookwalter picked up a well-deserved honorary Vintner Award.
Shay Frechette and Lacey Lybecker appeared alongside superstar winemaker Andrew Janik, and were honored as three of the industry's emerging leaders.
This year's wine industry champion was wine reviewer and writer Sean P. Sullivan.
The well-deserved award of distinction was bestowed to legendary grower Dick Boucher, who is not only one of the most important farmers in Washington, but also a thoughtful, humble man with an incredible sense of humor.
With only 24 hours to somewhat adequately recover from toast, we attended the Winemaker Picnic and Barrel Auction on the expansive lawn behind Chateau Ste. Michelle.
This is an event where you can find many of Washington's most celebrated and sought-after winemakers, along with their families and friends, mingling with wine enthusiasts and industry members. As always, we recommend beginning your journey inside the auction tent, where you can bid on some incredible barrels. These included a few from some of our favorite producers, like Avenia, led by rockstar winemaker Chris Peterson.
Cairdeas Winery, owned by Charlie and Lacey Lybecker.
Fidelitas Wines, represented by second-generation winemaker Will Hoppus.
Justin Neufeld of JB Neufeld, here holding his delectable Old Goat Cab Sauv.
And yet another favorite Decanted Podcast guest, Lisa Warking Packer of Warking Wines.
Next, let's hear from a few of our favorite winemakers, beginning with Morgan Lee of Two Vintners.
Hey, I'm Morgan Lee. I'm with Two Vintners Winery. I am pouring this year the 2019 Gale. This is a wine from Olson Vineyard. It's 90% Syrah with a 10% Roussanne co-ferment. A little different take on co-fermentation. It's very delicious. I love being part of the auction for what it does for the community. We've been coming to this picnic and donating to this auction, Children's Hospital and the college for, I guess 15 years now, and it's I'm honored to be a part of it. I'm honored to be a part of the barrel auction, and it's super fun to be out here with all you guys.
Hi, I'm Jessica Munell with Wautoma Springs Winery. I'm pouring a 2020 Behemoth Cab Sauv. It's our reserve Cabernet Sauvignon from our estate vineyard, Wautoma Springs, and this is part of the picnic barrel auction here at the Auction of Washington Wine. So people can bid on this wine today, and will be released in December 2023. I'm really excited to be part of the Auction of Washington Wine. I actually am a board member, so it's there's a lot of meaningful things about the auction. Most importantly, the proceeds that go to Seattle Children's, the funds that go to WSU, and newly there's an industry grant. So a lot of the money that's raised this weekend will go directly to an industry or to a entity that benefits our industry directly. So the vineyard workers, the cellar workers, the people on the ground making this stuff get into the bottle for all of us to enjoy. Cheers.
Hey everybody, I'm Charlie from Cairdeas Winery. Today we are pouring a tank sample of our Grenache Noir from Thunderstone Vineyard. It's fermented and aged in concrete, just a really cool expression of Grenache. Auction of Washington Wines is such a great event. Absolutely love what it does for the community. We love raising money for Seattle Children's Hospital and also money for Washington Wine Research. And it's just a super fun way for me to connect with my friends in the industry and get to see a bunch of people in one spot. So love to do it.
After you've worked up an appetite bidding on barrels, make your way to the picnic area where you can enjoy schmoozing with your friends while enjoying a fantastic selection of wines, housed in several tents around the property, including the VIP tent, where you can find some genuinely exceptional bottles.
You'll even find a few ways other than the auction to test your luck as you roam around the grounds and discover that there's also an impressive amount of food available, with everything from charcuterie, seafood, oysters, desserts, barbecue, and so much more, all included in the ticket price.
And just when you think you've had enough wine, you'll continually bump into roaming winemakers who are more than happy to top you off with their latest and most fabulous creations as they chat about their goals for upcoming vintages and all things wine.
We had an incredible time at the 2022 Toast Ceremony and the Winemaker Picnic and Barrel Auction, and we can't wait to do it again next year.
Thanks so much for watching. And be sure to check out our podcast archive for more great stories from the world of wine. Cheers.